Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday, the 20th of January. I am Callum. This is Flat Cap Callum. Hoping you are all doing very well. As always, we'll do a review of yesterday and then we'll get into today's bets. What I will flag already about today's bets, there's not loads going on, so it is going to be a half stake day today. So a half stake day, £10 day, not a £20 day. But there will be some tennis to come. I mentioned on a video previously about potentially doing some tennis bets. I don't normally do them on a Sky Bet account, and I've had to have a really good look and think about how to get it to work. But I'm going to do one today as well as an additional extra. So, review of yesterday. Yesterday was an excellent day. There's not really any way else you can explain it. It was an excellent day. So I'm really, really pleased. I hope some of you were on those horses. So I made it a £20 bet, 67.47 return. So up 273%. So best day for the channel so far, and puts us really comfortably ahead for the week. So we're 50% and we're more than 50% up for the week. The channel's comfortably in profit at the moment, which is really pleasing because I've only just started doing this, and you guys don't know who I am or why you should follow my horses. So to be able to have some days when I do get it right and demonstrate that it does, when it clicks, it can click really, really well. Hopefully I'll gain a few more followers from doing that. So hopefully you were on, as I said, and we'll spin through the four bets from yesterday. So we had, first off, we had Lucky 15, and apart from Betrayed, that ran terribly well. I said terribly, just not terribly well. We'll just go with terribly. We had John Betchman placed, I think it was second, 22 to 1. She's Good Company placed, I think it was third, 22 to 1. And then Power Drive won, and yesterday, look back, actually took that 8 to 1 win. So two 22 to 1 places and an 8 to 1 win in the Lucky 15. So all in all, really, really good profit back from that bet. So great. Next bet was an each way accumulator in an attempt, and it was indeed landed. So all four horses did play. So Collective Power in the first was fifth, which Sky Bet were paying in that race. So if you were betting with other bookmakers, you would not have landed this bet. Sky Bet were paying fifth, and then we had King of Cash Out placed, Razdan placed, Magic Gem placed. So that's the third bet like that in 4 days we've managed to get good on this channel. So a really healthy return from that bet. So all four were placed. Then we did our win bet, just a win double. It didn't look very much on paper, but when they both win, like they did yesterday, which was great, Dynamite Kentucky and Encore, that came back with a really healthy return. So one single bet there on Encore, and the double landed as well. And then the final bet looked like it was going to be a bit of a nothing. The first two horses were comfortably beaten, but the third one, Take One for the Team, which I'm sure some people looked at and thought was a bit of a poor bet. 6 run a race, and it was 10 to 1. It actually drifted to 14s and wasn't far away, so it was second. So we got a return from that, albeit half of what we put on. So as I said, 67.47 back. And just from a stats point of view, this week we're running 6 win bets placed, 4 winners returned, and of the 27 each way bets, more than 50% of them have placed or won so far. So really, really healthy statistics. Now, health warning, really, 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 really important health warning. Just because it went right yesterday does not mean it will go right today. It could be a complete nothing today. We could get nothing back. It's really nice to feel like we've had a great day and we've got momentum on our side, and I'd love to have gone big on today to carry on that momentum. But you don't know from day to day whether it's going to be your day or not be your day. And looking at the horses today, sadly, it is only a half stake day. And we've got 2 very, very simple bets for you. So 2 simple bets, 1 Lucky 15 each way and 1 Win Trixie. So first bet of the day is our each way Lucky 15, 4 horses, straight Lucky 15. So unlike yesterday where I was mucking about doing fiddly bets that, to be fair, did seem to work yesterday, today's a straightforward Lucky 15, 20 pence each way. So we've got 1 o'clock Ludlow Evil Noble, 11-2. It's not a great price, but I think it's a really, really solid horse in that race. 130 Ludlow, Sweet Spirit, 20-1. 145 Wincanton Valtor, 10-1. I know lots of people will turn their nose up at that horse because it's 13 years old. If you look at the form, it runs consistently. It's changed yards. It still ran consistently first time out. So I think it's well worth its place in the bet. And then 7 o'clock Newcastle Oriental Lily. Reminders, it is a Sky Bet account, but on these bets, for most bookmakers, it won't make any difference. And in actual fact, you might be better off placing it with other bookmakers, because Evil Noble in the 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock Newcastle Oriental Lily, 4 places on Sky Bet, which means you don't get best price guaranteed on Sky Bet. You will do on other bookmakers. So if you can find a bookmaker paying 4 places and they are therefore giving you best price guarantee as well, that would be a better place to put the bet. But for the purposes of the channel and the statistical information, this is being placed through Sky Bet, so those odds are fixed for us for those 2. The other 2 in the middle, those will get best price guaranteed. So each way lucky 15, bet 1. Bet 2, our Win Trixie bet. So we've got 3 horses there, all wins, and this is a straight £1 Win Trixie, no singles in there. And likewise in lucky 15, no additional singles, so just £1 Trixie. 3 o'clock Ludlow Terrestia, 9-4. 3:25 Newcastle Vertice, 5-2. 3:55 Newcastle One Punch Terry, 5-4. Just a bit of commentary on the bottom 2 there. Those races, if you are betting with Sky Bet, they are paying 4 places. A lot of bookmakers won't. You can look at that and think that's actually better. I would say in a race like that, it's actually not better. I would much rather have first 3 best price guaranteed, because they're not going to give you the better odds than that. So if they do drift in the market, we're fixed on those, because Sky Bet aren't paying best odds guaranteed on those races. If you actually look, yes, there might be quite a lot of horses running in those races, but they're 2 classified, very, very weak classified. So that's like the bottom end of flat racing. And you can discount a lot of those horses quite easily. They are the type of races sometimes it chucks up a random winner with no form, but you can minimise the market down. So you might look, some of you might look and think, well, it's paying 4 places on Sky Bet. Why have I gone for the wins on those? I comfortably think that those horses look like they're the best ones on paper. So we've stuck them in the Win Trixie, and we'll see how we go. So that's our 2 bets for today, £10 stake, and then. I've said I'm going to do tennis, so I'm going to do a little bit of a tennis bet. I don't usually use tennis bets through Sky Bet, so I've had to try and make it work. So very much like I've done the golf, it's an additional side bet. I'm going to record this in the statistics and see how we go. It's only a very small bet, and for those of you interested, you might want to have a look. I don't do tennis that often generally. I do it sometimes normally for the Grand Slams, and I've been doing quite a bit this week for the Grand Slams. So this is my tennis bet for today. Now I say for today, this all will happen in the early hours tomorrow morning. So we're placing this, so probably won't have a result, maybe have a result, but it'd be borderline if you have a result by tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes in there. He says as he just writes a note on there to make it clearer. Excellent. Okay, so we've got Riley Opelka, Alina Svitolina, should have picked tennis players with names I can pronounce, Maria Sakkari and Naomi Osaka. So these are 60p win trebles, 60p accumulator. So it's £3. So it's in essence 15% of our usual stakes. So it's a very small bet I'm putting on here. I'm just really feeling the waters because it's kind of different to how I'd normally do my tennis bets, but we're putting it in. If you've not bet on tennis before, a couple of things to flag. It's basically a match race, so there are 2 outcomes. One person wins or the other person wins. It's not football, there can't be a draw, so it's one or the other. So you might look and go, gosh, 1-3, 1-2, that's rubbish. In tennis bets, if you think the horse is going to win, sorry, if you think the tennis player is going to win, then it's quite a sound one. So you can clearly see there as well, there's one that's a much bigger price that I'm putting there for an upset. So that's my tennis bet for today. We'll see how that runs. All right, that was going to be a short video. It ended up being a longer video. Hopefully you stayed till the end. Hopefully we have some good luck today, and I'll see you in the morning. Been a pleasure as always. Cheerio.